Phew. It is hot out here. Now, before this video really gets started, let's talk about something that I forgot to make a video about. So, is that good? Yeah, that's good. Something I've been meaning to talk about and make a video on was why there was such a large gap in between videos on my channel. And basically what had happened was my transmission crapped out on me. It was mainly the mechatronics unit, but yeah, I had to buy a new transmission and I was jobless at the time, and so it took the rest of the money that I had saved up to get it fixed. So yeah, I ain't had no money, and with no money I can't buy car parts, and with no car parts I can't make most of the content I want to make. But yeah, so basically what happened was, probably a month, 2 months after I got my ECU tune, I raced another GTI, and we ran it a couple of times. You know, it was a good race and all that shit. But once we stopped, I noticed my transmission was like jerking from a standstill. When you're driving normally, it shifted fine. But if you let off the gas or let off the brake from a stop, it would like jerk and then go. So bought a good code reader, read it, and I was throwing a code for a solenoid in my mechatronics unit. And then I ignored it. I was like, maybe it just needs the fluid changed. So I changed that. A couple days later, I lost reverse completely and I was stuck in like third gear and I had to limp it home. Fast forward a couple of days, I got my buddy Mitchell to pick it up, replace the transmission. Once he got the old transmission out that was in this car when I bought it, he noticed that there were like some serial number markings on it, as if it was like from like some type of inventory from maybe a junkyard or basically a reseller. And I'll drop pictures right now. Also, when he drained the transmission fluid, there were pieces of metal, fine pieces of metal, and I'll put those pictures in here too. And if you look closely, that's after most of the oil was poured off. So there was probably a lot more in there when I first changed the transmission fluid, but I drained it into like a plain, you know, oil container, so I couldn't see what was in the transmission and what was really going on. So changed it and we're good now. It drives great, and that's the point of today's video. I am now going to meet up with Mitchell to get a DSG tune, so hopefully this doesn't happen anymore. But back to the transmission, because it had those markings on it, obviously it would seem like the transmission had been replaced prior to me buying it, and the Carfax didn't show that, the seller never mentioned it, and I wouldn't have known. If you look at the pictures closely, I would not have been able to see the shit written on it on the casing. So I had no way of knowing, and in that sense I kind of got screwed over with this car. But I've already dumped a lot of money into it, and it's a nice daily, so I'll probably keep it for a little while. I do plan to get other cars eventually, but I'll probably keep this one for a while on the side and keep it as a daily. But yeah, that's what happened today, or that's what happened probably like a month ago now, and that's why I haven't been making a whole lot of content, because that was just a hot mess. I really got screwed over. So today's video, I am getting a Eurodyne Stage 2 DSG tune. Hopefully it'll save this transmission, so this one doesn't come out with metal pieces in a couple of months and doesn't start jerking on me at fucking stoplights and all that bullshit. But we'll throw it on. It's a very simple process if you got a computer. We'll throw it on, I'll take it for a spin, and then I'll probably take some GoPro video, or I might just film this all with the big camera. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, you know what to do.
This is due to a tuning problem, but I promise you this is not the first time I've seen it. I promise you I replaced the motor on a Mark 7 before I did a Mark 6.
Damn, shot. Blew that bitch. We are loading the ECU tune back on, and then I guess we're throwing the DSG tune on top of it.
Yeah.
So we're doing it the opposite way. He's got his laptop here, and the Eurodyne module thingy.
For you to get this, so you're gonna have stage 1 and stage 2. We can upload stage 1 and see how you like it, or we can just go straight to stage 2.
Straight to stage 2.
So
We were told that you're supposed to remove the cob access port off the vehicle before you load the DSG file up there. And then after that's completed, you then put the ECU file back on. So that's what we just did. Now on to the DSG. Oh, we live.
oh man.
Ooh. All right, DSG file is loaded on. First start. Go to my gauges really quickly. Everything looks good there.
We are testing the DSG tune from Eurodyne.
We're going right?
Yeah.
It definitely holds the shifts longer.
Yeah.
You think it's safe to go ahead and get on it?
Let's cruise a little bit into it and then.
Are you ready?
All right.
But as far as the overall quickness of the shifts, when you're upshifting anyways, they might be a little bit faster, but it's not like, at least not super noticeable to me. I think they are a little bit faster though. It's not that noticeable. The biggest difference though is just overall drivability. It doesn't, if you have a stock DSG, you know when you take off from a light, how it like slips a little and then like fully grabs at like around 2000 RPM and then you go, that's pretty much non-existent. It grabs a lot faster. There's no like shuddering that I really notice with the tune. Also when you come to when you start slowing down, instead of it shifting straight down to first and then like not grab, and then as soon as you go to take off it grabs really quickly, you know what I'm talking about, where you get that slight little delay when you first take off. That's gone now. It doesn't shift down to first gear until you come to like a stop. But if you just slow down, it'll hold second gear and then you can take off way smoother. Daily driving this car now, I can already tell it's gonna be a lot better. I've already put like 40 miles on it so far. I think you can adjust your launch control settings, but I don't really use launch control like that, so I didn't really care to mess with it at all. Sport mode isn't, oh, another thing with driver mode, or regular drive, it holds the shift points a little higher. So in my experience so far, instead of like the stock transmission tuning shifting pretty much as soon as possible, with this tune, it'll hold your shifts till around $3 grand. And I find that it makes the car a lot smoother to drive and a lot better to drive because it's not rushing to get to like the highest gear possible, which I found very annoying. As far as sport mode, again, if you have a stock DSG transmission with stock tune, you know how fucking aggressive sport mode is. Sport mode on this tune is still a little aggressive, but it's a major improvement over the stock sport mode on the stock tuning. Manual mode, I haven't really noticed much of a difference. It might downshift a little quicker, and like I said, the upshift might be a little faster as well. But that's about it, really. Overall, it was $500. I think it's worth every penny. Also, you get all the other usual DSG tune upgrade stuff like the increased clamping force and all that other good stuff. Overall, I'm very happy with my purchase, and I definitely think it's worth the $500 that I paid. If you with Eurodyne, however, if you already have their ECU software, I think, or if you've bought one of their products before, it might be one or the other, or it might be both. The DSG tune is $375 instead of $500. So if you're already running their ECU software, I'm pretty sure you can get the DSG software for $375 instead of that $500, and that makes it a no-brainer at that point. It's worth every bit of $375. But yeah, I think that's it as far as this DSG tune is concerned. There really isn't much technical shit to show you, just because you pretty much just plug it into the laptop, follow the steps on the screen, and just let it do its thing, and then you drive off afterwards. There's really not a whole lot to show. I guess I'll head to this meet. It won't film me up. Do it again. Huh? Do it again.
That was disgusting. Really I probably shouldn't have done
this
that.
This is a big ass turnout though. Jeez, I ain't never showed your car on camera. Yeah. And my battery about to die. Great. We out here. This is a big ass for this area.
But dude, they're fucking.
The harness and do that joint like why you taking it off, man. It's good. Small town car head.
Facts. What's in here?
DZ.
NA?
VG30 NA.
Old reliable.
Fuck it, I'll show you a little something now. It ain't all that. Like,
nah, this seat badass though.
Oh, now this seat right here. I drove to Maryland, 5 hours and a half to get this seat, man. I got it. $1,500 seat, got it for $300.
That shit is tight. I thought my Lomax was
Shifty
tight.
Boys next door. A little song.
Ooh.
Okay, everybody know the coolant and splashing, but
fuck it.
New fuel injectors. I had to cut the harness, resolder some in. Shit, fuck it. New VCT solenoid. Everything by damn name. I got this car 5 months ago. It won't run. It won't do on shit, man. Just happy to have it running. Got a misfire right now, but happy to have it here, man. It's been down for a while, but that's about
it's
it.
dope, man. Hell yeah.
RB25 next year though. RB25 slot.
Bet.
Sure. On the private day though. That white one.
Say hey, David.
Alright, I'm gonna do it quick.
Hey, boo boo.
Ooh, goddamn. Why you look scared to show it?
Hey, you pop my hood. And it don't hold. I need to do hood stroke. That's a heavy ass hood. It is a heavy ass hood. Yeah.
So it's a couple days later. The camera ended up dying while I was at the meet, and I wasn't able to close the video out there. It was a great turnout for my area. We usually don't have like super huge local meets, so it was nice. It was a very refreshing thing to see. As far as the tune goes on the transmission, it is driving great. I'm very happy with it so far. I am having some issues, but that's more related to my ECU tune rather than my DSG tune. They're kind of clashing together currently, so I'll figure that all that shit out later. It's not all that important right now. But yeah, I can't remember if I closed the video out or not. But anyways, I appreciate everybody watching. I hope y'all liked it. If you did, drop a like. If you got a question to ask me about my car, I'll be glad to answer. Leave a comment. Anything helps. But yeah, peace out.